In Ireland, you had a following quite quickly.
Yeah.
It went really well for you, and then lately, well, the last year or so, the rest of the world is kind of catching up.
Yeah.
So, and having played more of those bigger gigs,
Mm-hmm.
is it still daunting? Because I can imagine with the buzz and everything, your album, your debut album isn't out, so.
Yeah, still, yeah.
So is it still the same way where there's so much happening around you?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I still get exactly the same amount of nerves at every gig, no matter what gig it is, really. So we're gigging tonight. You probably hear me talking to you over there. But yeah, 10 minutes beforehand, I kind of, I totally don't want to do it, I just run away. I want to just go somewhere else. But then I get on, it's fine, so.
And when it comes to the songwriting then, is that a challenge in that respect as well? Because it seems that there are so many expectation is kind of building up now.
No, it's grand. I think it's, yeah, because I've written, because it's been like, this is the first thing I've released over here, so it's been 2 years of writing that nobody's heard, yeah. So we've purposely taken it very slow and having a thing in Dublin, like building an Irish kind of story and then having it very, very slow thing in Ireland, so that like now I got the choice of picking from like 30, 40 songs, 50 songs for albums and stuff.
Well, because your studio album still will come out later.
Yeah.
What was the first song that will end up on the album that you wrote?
That I wrote the first song. I don't know. The first song I ever wrote on it.
No, that will end up on the album, or maybe you can't say. But
oh, I don't know. Some of the songs are going to be from the live album.
Okay.
So I have no idea what. Yeah, I totally do. But I just can't say. But because we're nearly halfway done. But the whole thing is going to be new songs, and some of the songs from the live album as well.
So, yeah, were you adamant on also writing more than kind of what you have recorded already?
Yeah, because I thought the live album would just be word of mouth, kind of getting the songs out there. So now I'm gotta pick some more songs for the album. What
was the reasoning behind the live album? Was it?
I don't know. I think nobody's done it recently. Usually you have like 4 albums out and then you do a live album. But I thought like the Benjamin Button or something like. I just do a live album and then release some albums afterwards. But I think it's the fastest way to gain hopefully, it's worked so far, to gain a bit of an audience in different countries, because all the material is there to get. Like on Spotify, it's everywhere, and like it's really easy to get, instead of having one song on an EP, which I think EPs are a very good way of doing, which is what we're going to do. Before the album goes out, bring out a few EPs. But I don't know, it was scary. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Well, it's a weird way to do it, but I think it's...
Does it feel then, does the live album feel as your debut album in a way?
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. It's kind of like a soft album. It's like a sample. It's like when you go into Tesco and you get like cheese and you buy the full cheese.
Right.
So like the album's gonna be totally different than what the live album is. It's gonna be all mad synthy, not mad synthy. Yeah, it's pretty much gonna be not what people are gonna expect it to be, which is good.
In what way? Musically or lyrically?
Musically, pretty much like just production-wise.
Okay.
It's still pretty much just the guitar and about the singing aspect of it, but it's it's cool. It's got some weird stuff behind it. It's exciting. I can't wait to get it out.
Well, I heard you talk. So you mentioned that you kind of wanted to distance yourself in a way from the standard singer-songwriter. So
yeah.
How come?
I don't know, because it's very easy. It would have been very easy for me to go into the studio and just get a band and just do an acoustic album that is really easy to expect, and like, which is what I think people will probably expect the album to be like, because it's just because the songs are very acoustic. But like, for instance, instead of having the acoustic guitar leading the track, we'd have a Moog leading the track, and you'd have a really weird reverby guitar in the back and kind of some breakbeat drummy stuff, which sounds mad for the songs that they are, but it's actually, it fits so nicely with the songs.
If you're looking forward then to playing it live later in the year, is it going to be difficult to translate the way you play it on the record to the live?
I'll probably have a band.
Okay.
Yeah, I say eventually I'll have a band. But for the time being, like this summer, like a Pink Pop and all the festivals this summer, and I'll just do it myself.
Do you prefer being in a band than
no,
kind of having it yourself?
I don't really know. I love playing it by myself because it's more free. You can just you can mess up as much as you want because nobody knows. But yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I love playing the gigs by myself too. It's more personable, I think, because you can talk to the crowd easier and not too much. But I also would love to have a band as well, especially with the songs, especially at festivals.
Right.
Because you'd need it maybe. But.
And well, you had one particular endorsement by Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
That I suppose did you expect it to come from someone?
No, not at all. Somebody is so big as him, like he's such a big platform to say something like that about me is amazing. He's a lovely guy as well. Like he's so nice.
So I suppose that you had the chance to meet him. And
yeah, he's I met him. First time I met him was in Dublin, in this place called Doyle's Pub, where it's like an open mic night. It's really popular. Like Damon Rice played there and stuff like. So he was doing a secret gig, but I didn't know he was playing there. And I know the owner of the pub, and I know your man who runs the gigs. I was like, why didn't you tell me Ed Sheeran was playing the fucking? So I got a call like 2 in the morning, and I was like, he was like, yeah, my mate was there. He was like, hey, you know Ed Sheeran was doing a gig here. I was like, oh, are you serious? You serious? So I ran in and I made the after kind of party thing, and I went in and I just had a few drinks, and just my mate Jamie Lawson, who's the singer, I asked him to introduce me to Ed. So I was like, all right. So one of my mates, Ryan Keane, I went on tour with him, and he's mates with Ed. So I just chatted to him, and then we jammed, played a few songs, and then drank a lot of whiskey. Not whiskey, I was drinking beer. But yeah, it was great. He's just a really nice guy. And then I met him when I was away in America, and then he's just so down to earth, and he's really nice to talk to, especially because he's been through so much, like music-wise. It's nice to have that kind of advice thing. It's great.
Did you talk with him about music and about, because he's gone through what you're going through now, so have you talked about that with him?
I haven't really talked too much to him about like getting advice or anything off him, but I just, like you talk about sandwiches. You talk about like, not sandwiches, it's weird. Actually no, I said sandwiches, seeing like how's your did like an interview and he said something about sandwiches. I was only watching it on my phone like 2 seconds ago. But pretty much just talk about random stuff. Like he's just a nice guy. Just like a lad, like another lad to talk to. Like one of my mates back home, like, just nice.
And then, is there a projected release date for your new record?
No, not yet. Probably, I don't know, maybe January, February.
Okay.
I haven't a clue.
So still
it's still up in the air. It could even be earlier, but we're just going to release the next 2 singles, and then I think just see what happens. It all depends on what Book of Love does at the moment, and see how long that kind of, or where that goes.
But I suppose some of the songs that you're playing now, and that will end up on the record, you've been playing for quite a while now.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of them, some of them are actually, one of them is 1.5 years. I think the oldest one's 1.5 years old. But yeah, some old songs.
Do you still connect to them in the same way that you did when you wrote them?
Yeah, probably not as much as the newer ones, if you get me.
Yeah.
Because the other, it actually depends. I kind of still do. I do, yeah. You wouldn't notice that I am, and it's kind of more of like an autopilot thing because I've played them so many times, like, and maybe not so much tonight because I haven't gigged in a while. That I'll be more into it tonight than it would be if you're doing like a long tour with somebody and you're on the 15th date and you're doing this song, because then it becomes kind of like you're in an autopilot kind of scenario thing.
Do they change over time then when you play them live?
Not really.
On the 15th gig you think, well, maybe I'll add something else in?
No, I try not to mess around with too much, because I remember going to gigs and I'd see somebody singing and I'd be like, what are you changing it for? What are you changing everything for? Because there's nothing worse when you go see somebody sing a song that you like and they mess around with it too much. Right. And you're like, just do it the way you do it normally.
The way it's on the record?
Yeah, unless like you throw something cool in, like, which is kind of easy because you kind of have the freedom with a guitar and just singing that you can mess around with the vocal a bit, but not too much because I don't want to mess it up. Like.
Fair enough. And then finally, well, it's still a long ways off, so I don't think you have, but is there an album title in mind already?
No idea. Yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully it's not just, hopefully I actually think of something. Like, it's not just Gavin James. Because that'd be crap. And you're gonna know then in about a year, you're gonna be like, it's totally Gavin James, Gav. Like, damn it.
Classic.
Classic album. I don't know, I'll call it something.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.